Wonder what I'm reading right now? This is the book I wrote called Appointment with Ying at 8 a.m. And it is how to start up a business. So there's many books out there you can find teach you how to start a business. But let me tell you the way I talk about how to start a business, and I went into the characters that we have from we were born. So who you are, how you think, and you can shake away from your upbringing. So we come into the business world with different personalities. So Stacie is a character in my book. I wrote about her. I really do have a Stacie in real life. And what happened is she is a client of mine, and she hasn't really made any money yet. She's already thinking about giving all of her money to charity purposes. So she wants to do good things, she cares about neighbors, and she wants to do all kind of things for other people. She doesn't think about herself. That kind of person to start a business. So Stacie in my book and actually received a commercial building from her late father. And that commercial building used to host a grocery store. So neighborhood used to come around and, do things around the grocery store. Then not too far away, there's a Dairy Queen. So it's really a small community center. That's the building where that located. Of course, over the years, it's kind of run down. So Stacie got this building and she wants to do something about this building for the community. So she went to Secretary of State wanting to set up a nonprofit organization, then to give everything she has to people, right? And then at the Secretary of State, the lady in the office said that we don't help you to form or to do a nonprofit. You would have to go to a law firm and a CPA firm to do that. And I happened to pass by that office, overheard that conversation. So when I came out, Stacie also came out. So I introduced myself. Hey, I overheard that you want to set up a nonprofit organization, and would you like to follow me and go to Community CPA? That's where I work, and you can set up a nonprofit over there. So she followed me, and we come over to the office, and we got that 501c3 set up for her. So folks, when you have a nonprofit organization, is that equals to you don't have to make money and you don't need to make money? No. Nonprofit organization doesn't mean make no money. Nonprofit organization means the profit you made in the organization, none of it will pay taxes. Very different. So what Stacie need to do is to figure out how to run this business for that noble purpose that she wants to do, and make money, support herself, support the building, and also benefit the community. So what she did is, she is like, okay, I don't have any money, but I want to benefit everybody else. So I suggested that, okay, Stacie, if you want to operate this building to benefit everybody else, so what would be the least payment you needed to run the building? So we did a calculation, and it came out to be $10 per square footage. If someone pays $10 per square footage, Stacie would be okay with maintaining the building. With that ratio, Stacie knows that, okay, if I am doing something in the building, I need to make that money to maintain the building. So the idea came about. Stacie has a lot of people donating things to her. So it's all in the building, very disorganized. But what she did is, she is giving out a bag, plastic bag, and you fill up the bag with the donated item, then you pay $1 per bag. So people would come in to buy a bag for $1. Then they go in to pick up things and put in the bag. As long as it's fit in the bag, you can take it for $1. So Stacie was doing that, and for a couple of years, and she really did make it. The $10 for the building is paid, and the building got maintained, but she didn't make any money for herself. Her car I mean, one side is broken, the other side not closing properly. I mean, for Stacie to come to see me in my office, that's a real struggle because her own car might just stop somewhere in the middle of the country and she would have to call, goes, oh, my car is not working, I need to come in late, stuff like that. So I mentioned to Stacie, I know you're running a nonprofit. I know you are benefiting people around you. So how about increasing your price? Instead of $1 per bag, do you want to do something else? Stacie said, why don't we do $1 per item? Just like the dollar store. But there are big items here. That whole table, someone can take it for $1. So there you go. Stacie started making more money for the nonprofit. So ended here, and Stacie started a nonprofit, and Stacie understand nonprofit means none of the profit would pay taxes. However, and the purpose of the nonprofit need to be benefiting the public, and she did exactly that. So with that said, the book teaches you, right? Teaches you when you set up a nonprofit what that means. Sometimes if you are making a lot of money and you want to donate to nonprofit, and you're probably wondering that, well, I just don't see any nonprofit really fit my need. I am a doctor. For example, I have a client who is a dermatologist, and she want to donate to a nonprofit organization where people with tattoos, when they change their mind, they want to get rid of their tattoos. They don't have money. But they have an appointment to go to the employer and a potential employer to get interviewed. So for that, and the nonprofit organization could come in, not charging the person for removing tattoos, but do that for them so they can go out for new opportunities. So with that thought, the doctor, the dermatologist, our client set up a nonprofit for people who cannot afford skincare or skin tattoo removal, and to come into the nonprofit. The nonprofit will just have the doctors come in to do volunteer work and to help with those patients who don't have money, right? So nonprofit is very functional, and functional to the way that you want it to be. So form a nonprofit and fulfill a need that no one sees, and this is what the book teaches you. And come on to Amazon. If you just type into appointment with Ying at 8 a.m., the book will show up. You can purchase that on Amazon. You can also contact our office. We'll mail you one. And I will see you again for another story. Other than Stacie, we can talk about Faye. And Faye is another story. I'll see you later.